Hey, how you doing? Just have a little rant here on sizes of firearms to carry concealed. If you're carrying something that's just a tiny little piece of shit that you're not going to be able to stop an active threat with because you can barely fucking shoot the thing and you don't want to go out and train with it because it fucking hurts to train with, what are you doing? Who told you that was a good idea? Right now, I got my 19 in my waistband. The 19 is perfect. It's big enough to become an offensive handgun if I need it to be, but it's small enough that it can be concealed and I can engage threats properly. Nobody even knows I have it on me. Is it a little uncomfortable? Sure, dude. But as Clint Smith says from Thunder Ranch, carrying a gun is supposed to be comforting, not comfortable. I don't know where we got that idea from. You can purchase things to make it more comfortable to carry. Why is it so hard to carry a handgun that's big enough to engage a threat who has fire superiority over you? As in fire superiority, I don't mean has rounds on target yet. I mean has an AR platform. It can be done. You can defeat a threat with an AR platform with a handgun. If you have the right handgun, the right training, and something that you shoot very often that you know what you're doing with. It can be done. Chances are, when it comes to active shooter scenarios, most of these people are not super well trained. Most of these people just stole their rifle from their daddy's closet, or they just went and bought it and they're using it for the first or second time. It can be done. If you have the training, if you have the willpower, if you have the courage, it can be done. Now, I'm not telling you to go to your closest active shooter and engage him at any point in time, but if you're there with your concealed carry permit, it can be done. Now, I get that everybody's a big fan right now of the SIG P365 or the Glock 43X, because they're all very nice to carry. Maybe that's your style. But every time I go out and I shoot those things, it's awful. I hate it. Now, I do have larger hands. I'm a 6-foot male with hands that are almost disproportionate to my own arms. But at the same exact time, the recoil felt by those handguns just make it kind of unpleasant. I'm not a huge fan. Hold on, I gotta take this exit here before I continue on with my rant. What are we doing? Where did this idea come from to carry that small of a handgun? I get it. If you're going out for like a run, or you're doing something that like you physically cannot carry a handgun with a higher capability of fighting a threat, I get that. But if you're just going to the mall, or you're just going out with your family, or you're taking your family out to go do a thing, what are you doing? That's kind of dumb and stupid, don't you think? Oh, let me just throw my Ruger LCP in my pocket while I take my family out to go do something. what is your Ruger LCP going to do? You're probably carrying in 22 anyways. Get some capability. Understand the offensive handgun concept. The larger the handgun is, the more friction and leverage that is produced by the handgun, and the more capable you are with it. So carry something that's big enough that you can engage a threat properly, and you're willing to train with on at least a weekly basis. And carry something small enough that is still concealable. A Glock 19, I feel like, is that perfect middle ground. Glock 19 fits all of the categories. When I first started carrying, I was carrying a Glock 41. Now, you can bash me if you want to. I get it. 45. But it was a nice long slide, a nice large handgun, and I was concealed carrying it because it's all I had. I actually really love the thing. I still shoot it today. I don't carry it today. I'd rather carry the Glock 47 or my Glock 19. Now, my Glock 47 has some, can't think of it right now, but a certain grip module on it that rubs up against me in the wrong way. So carrying that thing has become more than just uncomfortable. It is rubbing my hips raw. So concealed carrying that thing is a no-go. I do really thoroughly enjoy like the skateboard tape grip that I have on it for shooting, but carrying it is a no-go. Now I just throw a little bit of hockey tape on my 19 and I call it a day. However, offensive handgun concept. Let's cover this really quickly. I'm not going to go through the history. You can look it up if you want to. However, this was developed by SOCOM. This is actually where the Mark 23 was developed by H&K. Has developed into the USP. USP is a beautiful handgun. I don't know why nobody talks about the USP or the newest model out that I can't think of the name of right now. However, the offensive handgun concept is fairly simple. Allowing yourself a full-size handgun or something close to full size to get enough friction and leverage to fight with, while also putting on as many attachments on that thing that's going to give you an advantage. Right now I run, like let's say on my 19, I run a red dot, a flashlight, the rest of it's stock. I would love to put new stuff in it, but I don't have a whole bunch of money to do so. Actually, I do have a ramjet and afterburner combo on it that absolutely does what it advertises. I don't know why it still gets shit. I get that it's expensive, but it's expensive for a reason. You wait for their Blenventory sales, you can get it $100 off. Mitigates that felt recoil like crazy. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful product. Now, I take that into a fight. I can engage just about anything, and then I'm carrying enough magazines on me to allow. I'm not going out and looking for a gunfight, but sometimes gunfights find you. And this handgun, I am more than comfortable engaging a threat with. A threat to me, a threat to my family, a threat to any sort of innocent civilian. I am more than comfortable engaging that threat with this firearm. Okay, that's all I really have. If you're carrying anything that's tiny and pathetic, you're dumb and stupid. All right. Bon voyage or whatever they say. Fuck you.